Alright, man, that ain't hip hop, man. Childish Gambino royalty review. For me, man, I really like this one too. I really like Childish Gambino. This one was interesting and it threw me off, cause I was like, is this dude from Atlanta? Cause I didn't get that on camera.
Yeah, he said it.
He said it? Yeah, so I was like, okay, you're really on your Atlanta shit right now. And I was feeling the mixtape. Y'all already know the type of music I like when it comes to down south shit. And I feel like Gambino really touched on that, like that track arrangement. Like that shit was 3 6 Mafia all over again. You know what I'm saying? He took a lot of beats, man, and he ripped them. He just ripped them, man. Childish Gambino can rap. This guy can spit. This guy, he's just dope. And the whole mixtape, this one, it was just, I felt like it was just like Mike said about Logic. I felt like it was like, what you call it? Goulash. You know what I'm saying? I feel like Childish Gambino put, goulash together on this one. A lot of different shit, but I fuck with it. Everything that he put on his mixtape, I like. So I think it was dope.
Yeah, this mixtape, it threw me off guard. I think as far as rhyming wise, Childish Gambino, he still got. He didn't lose a step in like that, but the production kind of, I guess, threw me off a little bit. Not threw me off like in a bad way, but it just caught me by surprise because it was like. It was, I guess, so commercial sounding. Like that real estate beat sounded like some Lex Luthor billionaire type beat. And I was, Childish Gambino doing a lot of his own beats, so I was just surprised at him going that route as far as the beat selection. I don't mind the guest features only just because I know his first 3 projects he gave me all him. You know what I'm saying? All Childish Gambino. So the features, I was fine with that. I mean, the Absol was dope. Danny Brown was dope. Ghostface, I was shocked to have him have a song by himself.
So you ain't like Schoolboy Q though?
Yeah. I was about to say that. See how y'all cut me up? I want to finish naming the features. Yeah, Schoolboy Q.
Did you like Schoolboy Q though?
I even praised his album when we reviewed his album. I like Schoolboy Q. Shut up.
I was gonna say, since then, dog, you haven't had nothing good to say about Schoolboy.
Like but what else? Yeah, just overall, this mixtape, it had a couple of like, some songs here and there I can skip, but for the most part, it had some good hand-picked good songs on there. And Tina Fey was freaking hilarious.
Oh my God.
She was thugging it out at the end, wasn't she? I wasn't expecting that shit at all. And that's the one I was talking about. That sounded like a Lex Luthor beat. But yeah, overall, man, Childish Gambino, it was a cool mixtape. It didn't like just blow me away. It was good to see him kind of do something a little different. I didn't know what to expect after coming off of camp. So I guess he figured like, look, I'm gonna do a little bit of commercial route, and I'm gonna bring some friends with me. Got a lot of features on here, and hey, he just did it. You know what I'm saying? It was cool. I mean, it wasn't like just amazing. I'm not like super disappointed because I didn't know what to expect out of this mixtape. So yeah, Childish Gambino did his thing.
Okay, so yeah, this was by far the biggest disappointment of the entire year for me. I did not like this mixtape one bit. I thought it was boring. I thought the beats were terrible. I didn't walk away with any quotables. I think that Childish Gambino, he did exactly what I was hoping he was not going to do. He listened to the critics when they were talking about camp. They were talking about how he was too emo. They were talking about how he was too personal. He was too nerdy. He talked about his dick too much. He talked about Asian women too much. He fucking left out almost everything that I liked about him. I liked his corny punchlines. Like he said on this album, he says, more swag, pull back on the punchlines. He's right. That's exactly what he did. He fucking swagged this shit out and left out all of the parts that I liked about him. So the whole time I was listening to this, I was like Ken in that thumbnail for last week. I think I was literally at my desk at work, like, oh my God. Like,
I was on his money shit though, wasn't he? He was on his money shit.
And you know what? It's not like he has to like.
Most people in your playlist.
Yeah. What he said?
100K more than most people in your playlist.
Yeah, who cares? Who cares? Before you were talking about how dorky you are. I mean, it's not like he has to stay in the same lane. Like that's not my issue. But I like the uniqueness of Childish Gambino before. I like that he was this nerdy ass black dude that would do shit that most dudes wouldn't do. Like most fucking rappers wouldn't rhyme over a Grizzly Bear track. Most rappers would be afraid to flip an Adele track on a mixtape. He wasn't afraid to do that shit. And he had those great punchlines throughout his EP, throughout his last LP. He had those great punchlines. He had, I can't even think of one right now off the top of my head.
I think he has some quotables. I can't quote him right now, but I think he has some quotables on there.
Not for me.
Yeah.
So you're saying like, do you feel like Gambino can't be that nerd no more just because of a mixtape that he put together? Like,
do I think he can't?
Yeah, like on another project.
I think that he's abandoning that to a degree because there were only a few really personal tracks on this album.
Mm-hmm. But this is an album or this is a mixtape? It's a mixtape, right?
Either way, whatever.
But I'm just saying, so maybe he just wanted to stray from what he did on the album and be like, you know what, I want to do this.
No,
Why?
because he was doing this shit on his mixtape before the album.
Mm-hmm.
I think he did this because I think he did this the same reason that Drake keeps pulling this tough guy shit nowadays. I think Childish Gambino did this because I don't think he thought that there was really an area for him with how he was rapping and the shit that he was talking about. Because he wasn't appealing to a large audience with that, right? He was only appealing to the white followers of Community and the few like underground backpackers that like that kind of shit. You know, when we talk about that fantasy rap, like, oh, I want to hear people talking about money because that's fantasy rap and it puts me in that place. I'm not that dude. I'd rather listen to people being honest and real and talking about shit that I can relate to. I can relate to Cam. I can't relate to this album at all. And not only that, shit, the fucking songs didn't even sound finished to me. Like, his EP sounded polished. Camp sounded polished. This shit sounds dirty.
This mixtape is Childish Gambino trying to get his black card.
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly as and when I heard it, I was like, what the fuck is this?
Yep.
And when I listened to it, and keep in mind, listen, this has nothing to do more or less with the songs or his ability. This has more to do with like, what are you doing?
Right.
This is him trying to get his black card. If you look at Cul-de-sac, if you look at EP, you look at Camp, you will see a featureless Gambino. And hip hop wasn't fucking with him like that. I'm talking about urban hip hop.
Yeah.
How do you get them motherfuckers to listen to you? If you put out a mixtape, you go get Schoolboy Q, you go get Absol, you go get RZA, Bun B. You go get people.
I did. Did you realize where the sample came from? Night Call. Did you catch that on Drive? Y'all ever seen the movie Drive?
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't into it like that.
Ah, man.
I saw it once, but
Yeah.
man, this is
Yeah, that's the track from Drive in the intro.
Oh, I didn't catch that.
Yeah, man, that shit dope, man.
I don't care about you guys.
I see how you feel. But nah, man, this is exactly what it is. He had a very small urban nigga following. Let's just be real. I'm sorry.
Ever since, like, you know, can't be dropping the nigga word like every other word nowadays.
Do it.
When before he was on some, I don't say that shit.
I don't say it. You're a liar.
Yes, you do. You say it all the time now.
I need.
You need to get your perspective
No,
back.
go back to what you were saying.
I shouldn't say nigga if we say it.
So and that's exactly what I got from the mixtape. I got him trying to definitely be commercial, like FIFO saying, because when he's talking to, like, I forgot who he interviewed with, but they were like, yeah, man, you know, I didn't listen to you. I wasn't paying attention to you. You know, and it was a pretty popular DJ. And now all of a sudden, you know, Gambino's doing an interview with this guy because probably of the lineup that he has on that. And you think about it, people on blogs or websites and stuff like that, when they see, if they listen to Schoolboy Q and all those other guys, they're like, oh, let me check this out.
Do you think that's why he switched up his production style?
Oh, yeah.
He also had Boy Wonder on there, which is Drake's.
And didn't he take a shot at Waka, Gucci, and Future?
He didn't take a shot.
That wasn't a shot?
Nah, he was like, when she in the club, all she want to hear is Waka.
No, before that, on the second track, the first track.
What'd he say?
But it was like Waka, Future, Gucci, copycats coming in, making sure Tip keep the crown.
He's like, y'all making it easy for Tip to keep the crown.
Oh, I didn't.
I took it as a shot. If I'm wrong, please correct me. But then you throw Alley Boy on the last track.
But that's the reason why I think I like this, because it was like, to me, he did their music better than them. Like this is not what Camp was. You know what I'm saying? And I can't judge this based on his other prior work. This is it sounds completely different. But for this, you know what I'm saying? For me personally, I like that music, and I feel like he did it better.
If you're giving us one thing, and all of a sudden, out of the blue, you give us something completely fucking different, that's a problem.
But I feel
It's
you
a
if he
mixtape,
doesn't
bro.
give you back the personal stuff. Like to me, I feel like it's selling. Hold on. If this artist is giving you the steady diet of this, right? And he's like, yo, let me jump over here. If he jumped over here and the shit was whack, then yeah, all right, come back. But if you jumped over here and you did it tight, but you still give me some of this, how's that selling out?
Because he's not giving us some of this. There was 2 tracks on the whole fucking mixtape that were some of this.
But it's just one mixtape after the album.
Of course, I can't judge on anything after this because this just came out.
Okay.
So I'm saying I'm judging this mixtape. But if he gave me 2 mixtapes before, or 3 mixtapes, how many?
So what if he 3? Okay.
3 mixtapes and an EP that was on this, and all of a sudden he's on this extremely popular sound. Come on, man, like. And I'm not trying to be a dick or anything, but like you're making excuses just because you like it. No, but let's call a spade like you always say. He went from this really unpopular sound to an extremely popular sound. And it doesn't matter if he did it well. I mean, I don't particularly like that sound, so it makes sense that you dug it. It doesn't matter if he did it well, let's look at why he did it. It's clear, I think Ken is 100% right. He did it because he didn't have a huge urban following. And I think that bothered him to a degree. So you don't hear him dropping the nerdy, pop culture lines on this album. He's more so talking about chicks and money. That's not Gambino to me. That's not what made me like him. It's like if L came out, all of a sudden L was doing fucking, southern, like, Memphis beats. I'm not gonna be like, oh, that's cool because L rapped better than, the Memphis cats do. No, I'm gonna be like, what the fuck are you doing? This isn't you.
It's almost the equivalent of C-Town coming in here to do the shoot. He got on Nikes, a boy with fitted, baggy jeans with briefs hanging out, and then big ass urban shirt with a couple of chains. Now, his look is different, but when he speaks, the content of what he's saying won't change. So he's still gonna be, he's still gonna be good. Bambino is still good in what he's doing, but he doesn't. But I said Gambino.
Looks like you said Bambino.
But the thing is, so you know what, he's like, okay, it's still C-Town. He's still gonna do what C-Town does. But when you look at him, like, what the fuck is he wearing? And then this is how this mixtape go. And then the next weekend he comes in and he's dressed normal. Then he comes back, he's in the same clown shit. That's not him. So it's like, damn, what the fuck are you doing? This is not you, dog. Like, why are you still
doing that to fit in, right?
To fit in.
And the only part of that great analogy that I can say is that I don't even think Gambino did this well. There was nothing that I took from this that said, oh, this is cool. I can't even think of any good lines. He had one line, something about his hot tub looked like the Yakuza. That was like one of the only lines I thought was kind of funny. The majority of this, I was just like, man, this sounds like your average rapper trying to make a cool southern rap album.
He was braggadocious, really braggadocious.
But not even good. Like, he can do braggadocious. He can do that shit very well. He did it on Camp, he did it on EP. He does that shit very well to me. But he didn't do it on this. Like,
I feel like he still rap well.
I'm not saying he didn't rap well. I'm not saying he didn't rap well. What I'm saying is he didn't rap like Gambino. I can get this from anybody, I feel like. I can get royalty from anyone that's doing this style of hip hop. Anyone. But there was nothing unique about this album.
I don't think so, cause he did it well. Like even though it was like on these southern beats, he still sounded like Gambino to me.
Sounded, or was his content and rhyme scheme the same as Gambino before?
I'm not saying the content was. I'm saying, but he still the rhyme. Cause
it wasn't.
I think it's different for me because he did a lot of singing on Camp. And he didn't do much singing on this at all. And he did it. Did he sing it all on this?
He did it on 2 tracks.
On like 2 tracks, right?
2 tracks.
So that was the clear difference to me outside of the beat selection.
You pick up that his rhyme scheme was totally different? Like, if you look at EP, the way he was rhyming, remember how people kept comparing him to Lil Wayne?
Right.
Now, and you listen to this, you don't get that, do you?
Right, but it was only a few songs that I could see how people can say that on Camp when he was rhyming kind of like Wayne. He didn't sound like Drake to me on this. He kind of sounded like Drake to me on the Camp.
I didn't get a Drake from Camp.
Because of the whole singing thing comparison to me.
I'm not even talking about the singing, because I don't care about him singing. I mean, I like his singing. His singing doesn't bother me. But I don't care about his singing. I was looking at it from a hip-hop standpoint. The way he was rhyming, his content, he flipped up. He totally flipped up. And I don't see how that's debatable. You know, he totally switched up. It's cool that you like it. I'm just not understanding how you're confused how I didn't like it.
I don't know. I just feel like when people try to put artists like, well, you can't do this. You know what I'm saying? Why can't he do this type of mixtape?
He can if he wants to be this extremely diverse artist. If he wasn't coming out talking all this shit about how he's so different and how he's so unique. If he wasn't doing all that, I wouldn't hold him to this standard. I wouldn't say, okay,
So it's like looping. Like you feel.
Basically, yeah.
Okay.
Basically, yeah. Because you know, he came out, he was always talking this shit about how I'm so different, I'm so unique. How are you unique now? What's unique about you right now?
Said nigga a lot too in this one.
Yeah, he did.
Because I think, again, I go back to what Ken said. He's totally right. He's trying to get his hood card. And I think that's stupid, man. Why don't you just do you? Like, remember I can't remember if it was on Cul-de-sac or EP where he says, these nerdy black kids need a role model. Yeah, they do. But you just took that role model away. You just jumped on the bully side. You just jumped on the football player side. The nerdy black kids are not going to be the ones jumping on this mixtape at all.
Why did he call it royalty?
Because it sounds fancy.
He was on his bragging rights type stuff.
Right. We're royalty. We're royalty. We have money. That's why I think that's why he did this. I was just bored with this mixtape. I don't have any desire to listen to this again. Except the backtrack, because I love that.
Yeah, it would have confused me if you liked this.
I would hope it would. That's why I'm like, what are you shocked over?
No, I'm not shocked that you didn't. Like, I'm just like why you can't go that way?
Look, man, you know what? I'm not one of those type of dudes that's such a dick rider, that's such a fucking stan, that I'm gonna just dismiss everything they do as being good because I like their previous projects. Because motherfuckers are doing that now. They're like, oh, it's Gambino, so it's good. No, it's not. It's not. And let's fucking look at it for what it is. You like this because you like that kind of southern fucking boom shit. I don't like that shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what else to call it.
That shit was hilarious.
What?
That's southern boom shit.
I'm like, oh man,
I gotta put that in there.
I don't like that kind of stuff. I like him when he's being interesting, when he's being creative, when he's being different. I like that.